What happens when an ordinary high school student sees the future? The Tyke AI who sees the future. Chapter 24 Mafia War. Frank began diversifying the Mafia's investment funds into different portfolios and boldly started investing in a business monopolized by Vincenzo's rival, Roberto. Roberto was the notorious boss of a Mafia organization known for drug trafficking and illegal arms trading. If we invest in Roberto's business, Roberto will believe Vincenzo is encroaching on his territory and will be furious. And then, they'll start fighting each other, Frank said. Following Frank's instructions, Leonardo and Maria made a large-scale investment in Roberto's business. As a result, tensions began to rise between Vincenzo and Roberto. When Vincenzo discovered that his money was being used in Roberto's business, he was furious. "Using my money like that? Bring Leonardo and Maria to me at once," Vincenzo shouted. Vincenzo prepared to confront Roberto. He knew this meeting wouldn't be easy, but he felt he needed to explain his side. Arriving in Roberto's territory, Vincenzo stood confidently before him. "Roberto, this is all a misunderstanding. Our investment firm made a mistake, that's all," Vincenzo began to explain. However, Roberto already had a fake video of Vincenzo, manipulated by Frank, in his possession. The video showed Vincenzo instructing his subordinates. In the video, Vincenzo sneered and said, "Roberto is so gullible. If we say it's an investment mistake and offer him some profits while we pull out our investment, he'll buy it. Meanwhile, we just need to establish our network in drug trafficking and illegal arms deals." Roberto showed this video to Vincenzo, his voice filled with anger. "Vincenzo, how dare you deceive me like this? This time, I truly cannot forgive you." Vincenzo, flustered, tried to manage the situation, but everything was already falling apart. "Roberto, this video is fake. I would never say such things," Vincenzo tried to explain, but Roberto wasn't listening. "I don't want to hear your excuses anymore. You betrayed my trust. Now, there will be a war between us," Roberto declared. Before Vincenzo could leave, Roberto's men, armed, appeared. "Vincenzo, now you'll see exactly what you've done," Roberto shouted. As his men drew their guns, Vincenzo quickly ordered his own men. "Prepare for battle." A shootout erupted instantly. Gunfire rang out, windows shattered, and bullet holes appeared throughout the building. Vincenzo crouched low and ordered a counterattack. "Don't retreat, fight back." The gunfight intensified, with both sides fiercely clashing. Amidst the chaos, Leonardo and Maria decided to use the distraction of the war between Vincenzo and Roberto to plan their escape. Frank saw the war between the mafia groups as a chance to exploit the weakened security and find a way out of Italy. "Now's our chance. While the mafia are distracted fighting each other, we can safely escape," Frank said. Following Frank's instructions, Leonardo and Maria quickly prepared. "We're leaving Italy and starting anew somewhere else," Maria resolved. The streets of Rome, shrouded in darkness, were unusually quiet. As the mafia war began, many people stayed home, gripped by fear. Leonardo and Maria hid in a small car. As it took off, Leonardo's car exploded. Inside were corpses disguised as Leonardo and Maria, burning. "We don't have much time. All airports and ports will be guarded," Frank said. Their vehicle stopped at a quiet warehouse on the outskirts of Rome. Behind the warehouse, a small plane was waiting. A few guards greeted them as they arrived. "We must leave now, before our enemies find out we're here," Leonardo urged. Frank quickly assessed the situation and guided everyone to board the plane. "Is everyone ready? This plane is our only hope of escape." As the plane took off, Leonardo and Maria felt their tension ease. The next morning, the news reported the mafia war and the resulting clashes as breaking news. Last night, a massive shootout in Rome, Italy, resulted in numerous casualties. The conflict seems to have stemmed from tensions between two mafia organizations. And both the police and the government are preparing an immediate response, reported the news anchor. The field reporter continued, "Police and public authorities are taking this incident very seriously. declaring a state of emergency across Rome. So far, 15 deaths and 30 injuries have been confirmed, and further clashes cannot be ruled out. The Roman police and national intelligence agencies immediately launched a large-scale investigation into the mafia organizations. The police chief convened an emergency meeting and stated, "We can no longer allow this situation to continue. We will deploy all available resources to eliminate the mafia organizations and ensure the safety of our citizens." Special police forces were deployed throughout Rome, and helicopters monitored mafia movements from above. The government urged citizens to remain safe and advised them to stay indoors. Meanwhile, the plane carrying Leonardo and Maria landed in a peaceful-looking countryside village.